Hello, good morning, and welcome to Fashion Influencer Africa channel. This is Sam. On today's report, we are reviewing about our past 1 month's performance. We are just getting close to the end of the month of June 2018. And probably as we look of the end of June 2018, we are also looking at how much time we have for the rest of the year. The year starts with January, ends with December. We are well past June. We are going to July. What have we done in 2018? By being able to put demarcations on our life, by being able to set some date and say, by this date I want to have this thing achieved, it's not only something as part of being a transformational plot. It is something that all of us should be able to constantly take as a habit, whether you are on the transformational path or you're just any other person, Dick, Tom, and Harry, who are walking on the street. The main thing of putting demarcations, which someone told me, is that it enables you to review and therefore take conscious steps to improve yourself. It enables you to say, by this date I'll be able to do that, by this date I'll be able to do that. And you find yourself, once you task yourself to such time plans, then you find yourself that you improve in what you do on a daily basis. You improve because you challenge yourself that I put myself on this path. By this date, I need you can take personally and say, hey, look, by 31st of December, I intended to make 5 million shillings. Now you ask yourself, how far are you from that 5 million shillings, Kenya shillings, 5 million? How far are you? Have you made even 50% of it? Yes, probably you've made 20%, probably you've made 10% of it. Is that good enough? Did you push yourself to the maximum? So by reviewing time constantly, it enables us, therefore, to take more conscious approach towards our performance. And remember, where your focus is, your energy goes, and there goes your energy. So if you put your strongest focus on your growth, then the energy, the universal energy flows into you and goes towards, ends up getting channeled towards your growth. So you find that each and every day you perform better, each and every day you become alive, you become more active, you become more resilient, you become more responsive to the community and also to yourself. Hey, look, we are all selfish people. Don't be shy about that. We are all selfish people. Our first task is to make sure that we become our best. Our first task is to make sure that we get the prize at the end of the day. If you don't have that ambition or that drive of getting the prize at the end of the day, my friend, you are in the wrong place. Transformational leaders are people who are committed to getting the results, getting rewards for their task, because they know they have to work hard, and they know that at the end of the work hard, the only incentive that they get is by getting better results than what the average person is getting. Because if everybody was being given the rewards equally, then what would the point of bothering? So being transformational leader, today I was just meditating about two things and saying, number one, being a transformational leader means being a very greedy leader. Very greedy in that, yes, you end up thinking of yourself. And those are the things which probably you were trained when you were young never to accept. Never say that you are selfish. Never say that you want something for yourself. To some extent, we just killed off the drive. As we grew more and more in our lives, we know it's bad to be selfish. It's bad to think of yourself. You always think of the community as a whole. But the end result is that we have created human beings which are very apathetic to progress, very apathetic to pronouncing themselves and declaring what they stand for. When you ask somebody, what do you stand for? They always stand back and say, what do the society, what do people around? Because they are being told, they are being trained to think that it's the in thing, never to think of yourself. That anytime you are told to think of yourself, stop and say, what does the community think? I'm telling it to you today, start thinking of yourself. When I ask, what do you want? Have a precise word and say, you want the best. For you to want the best, that means that yours will be better than the rest. So learn to start doing that kind of thinking. Learn to train yourself along such lines. Learn to train your mind that you want the best for yourself. Because that forms the first part of our self-growth plan. Apologies because of that shift. That forms the first stage of our self-growth plan. Learn to think of yourself. Learn to think of your career. Learn to think of give the best for yourself. When you are saying you have 2 mangoes and you have said how many are people getting in a crowd of 5, say myself and the next person, so that you get for yourself. Because again, the big challenge which we are doing on this our analysis. If you think always of saying you will be the last, so when you have 2 mangoes and there's a crowd of 5, you always say I give them, then remain with nothing. Unfortunately, you will kill off your ambition. You will stop looking. And there's one thing that you cannot guarantee from other people. I don't know whether you have ever thought of this. I can guarantee that tomorrow I'll wake up in the morning and read the verses that I'm supposed to read, recite the speeches that I'm supposed to recite, do presentations that I'm supposed to do, and do everything that I'm supposed to do in order to take me to the path towards my self-planned goal. I cannot guarantee that Mr. X is going to do that. I cannot guarantee that Mr. X is going to wake up tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the morning. I cannot predict that Mr. X is going to wake up and jog tomorrow morning for 1 kilometer. I can't predict that Mr. X is going to wake up and do 10 push-ups in the morning because it is him. So why would I take my best eggs and keep it at his place? I'm better off if I'm to pursue a successful plan. If I'm to pursue a plan which is successful from end to end, I'm better off if I can rely on myself. I'm better off if I place those eggs on myself, because I can't charge myself to deliver. But I can't charge Mr. X in the very moment. In fact, Mr. X takes the eggs and goes with them in his house. Next morning, when I knock at his door and say, did you do anything with the eggs? The first thing that he's going to do for me is to put for me a Bill of Rights. And the Bill of Rights guarantees him the right to do nothing at all and be protected from harassment from or any other person. The Bill of Rights gives him the right to do nothing about his future and not be condemned by any other person, including the government which runs the show itself. Yeah, because he say his first right is to enjoy a peaceful quiet. And if the government is interfering with that, and anybody, whether it's in the government circles or at a personal level, if you walk to him and try to compel him to wake up and do workouts, to wake up and do a jogging, to wake up and practice speaking, to wake up and do a discussion, to wake up and do a singing practice, to wake up and practice his guitar, he will tell you, you are interfering with my right, and he's protected for that. So when there are limited resources, can we learn to think of ourselves? This is this I know it's third eye opener. Eye openers comes from conversations. Eye openers come from discussing issues. Previously, you have been taught, and you always believe that think of yourself. If you are seated among the crowd, think of yourself as the last person. I say today, no. Don't think of yourself as the last person. Think of yourself as the first person. Give yourself the first priority, because you can guarantee that tomorrow you will deliver. Give yourself the first priority because you can guarantee that tomorrow you are going to do push-ups, 100 push-ups without going back to bed. And you are going to task yourself to do a running around the estate, around the block. You will run around the block until your body sweats. And you will run until you sweat and the sweat dries up, because you are determined to a goal. I cannot guarantee that from some other person who doesn't appear. I cannot guarantee that from any other person who walks in and says, yes, I can see you are having 2 mangoes. As a part of your commitment to humanity, give me the 2 mangoes, so let's hope you'll get another one. Because what if I really don't get another one and I die? So the approach of sharing is a good concept. But as we go through this process of transformation, we must have our eyes open. We must start to train ourselves to do some things which was not in our normal practice. Like I know it's not in our normal practice to say to be selfish. I know it's not in our normal practice to say my name runs fast. But I want us now to start ingrating that in our minds, that occasionally our brains must, our interests must run fast primary to the others. As we go that, and as we are on that journey, mine is also just to encourage you that now that you're preserving the best for yourself, now that you're keeping the best for yourself, the second stage is also to make best use and make the best use of the resources you have, and also to learn to give back. Because to learn to give back means learn to stick to the promises. When we say we put a promise, like I say, when we promise that we're going to run around the block, run around the block. Whatever happens, whether rain is raining, whether the sun is shining, run around the block. Let it be known that you are a person who delivers, who makes a promise, and once he makes a promise, he delivers on that promise without fail. Let us be known as people who, once we make a commitment, however small, then that commitment, when its time comes, even the enemy gets terrified. Even the angels themselves get terrified, because they know when so-and-so says tomorrow he's going to do this, consider it done. It's only by that, having that approach of consider it done, and that approach of selfishness, of when there are resources and the resources are such that it is not enough for everybody, that it's enough that the person can get one, and any other person, remember to give yourself one. Remember to be selfish. Remember to look after yourself. Remember to preserve yourself. Number two, again, the other important factor which we always repeat now and again is read books. Because we can never emphasize that. In the old days, people would learn from past adventures. People would walk long distances. You remember, like the so walked through the world. Christopher Columbus circled almost half the world in order to discover the new world, in order to discover countries like America and so. Those are gone days. No longer do we have to walk around the world trying to travel in order to have a good experiences. No longer do we have to run around the world in order to meet new people. We can meet them through other people's experiences. We can meet them through other people's narratives. And that is why you find the story of Atlantis, the way it was narrated, that the Ptolemy or Pythagoras travels to Egypt and meets another third person, and the third person tells him about the story of Atlantis, how the old world sank several feet, thousands of feet down into the ocean. Then he goes back and also tells that story to other people, and people listen to it and write it down. And now we have the story of Atlantis. None of us saw Atlantis. Even the second person who was telling the story did not see the Atlantis continent. All of them was just from a narration of a narration of a narration. And the advantage of reading books is that it puts you close to where you could not have been under the normal circumstances. The greatest salesman of the world, Ogmadino, says, time teaches everything to he who lives forever, but have not the privilege of eternity. The greatest salesman acknowledges that human beings do not have the advantage or the privilege of eternity, of living forever. We live here within a limited time. So, much as we can say we are hurry has no blessings, much as we can say we don't want to rush things because we cannot learn things in one day, we also have to be cognizant of the fact that our time around here is limited. You can't sit back and say, we want to learn these things, say for example, next 100 years. So we want to travel the whole over the world in order to get that knowledge. You will not have that time, and you won't have anybody to blame for